Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna go. Feedback loop. Feedback loop. Feedback loop. Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna shut off my speaker.
Power off.
Like, just like what I was doing, I was creating a feedback loop, so. Anywho, hi. Three live streams in 3 days. It's weird. I don't have anything. Wrong buttons. There we go, button.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
Cool.
I may have a solution.
Can you hear me?
During the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead.
Cool.
Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
What? Also, cool, another live stream? What? You mean the one I did yesterday? Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wait, did you watch yesterday's live stream or not? I can't remember. What'd you think of that one? Wrong button. Meant this one. I mean, there was little to no talking. I was kind of screaming like a bitch. So I ended up dying, as you saw if you watched all of it yesterday, and it put me on the next stage. I want to say there was 9 stages, and it bumped me up to the next one because of how far I got and the second.
To the infected William Bishop must be the same strain. The sickness moves.
It bumped me up to the
influenza.
It bumped me up to the 3rd, which I was playing earlier. I just didn't live stream it. Okay, is that all that was up here? I mean, you could go back and watch it.
Access to the basement.
I mean, I don't delete my live streams, or I wouldn't have any videos left on my channel by now. I'm kind of jumpy now because of that game. I plan on beating it, just not on camera. Or not recorded, I mean.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Yeah, I'm not big on horror games, as you know with Outlast.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
I'm gonna be jumpy a bit when I play games now, because... And it gets so much worse. The live stream got horrible. Local investigation, huh? Who's this one for? This one would be for the harder they fall.
Mr.
Neat.
Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisher. A puncture
Nice.
over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
1 minute.
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
No. Dr. Tippett.
Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Okay, that's all we get out of that. Why am I tired? Just gonna go back in here. There's another game I plan on playing. It's called Prey. It's a bit weirder. It's a lot more abstract. Well, it's not really abstract per se. It's just, stranger. Yep, that attack's gonna do nothing. Oh, he can make shadow creations. Really good at dodging this. I wouldn't though.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Alright. Would you guys be interested in seeing, Prey?
Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Good thing I really set myself to have a lot of health. Jeez. Cool. If you don't know what Prey is already, just look it up. Ooh, it can make stuff. Hiccup's gone. Oh, there is up here? Seriously? Yeah. I didn't see him there, and he kind of startled me. Okay. Shibidabop-boo-doo-doo-doom. Alright, let's get back to, I don't know why I do that, it's just so it's fun. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, let's talk to this guy so I can further along with his mission and kill him off. No, I said I wasn't gonna kill anyone here. And I won't. But I want to. Can I not talk to you or something?
It's locked, all right.
There.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Alright, what do I got to sell? Because genuinely, I don't want some of the stuff I got. No.
Never ceases to him. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Ooh, I need level 4 for that? Jeez. Who comes here to trade? What kind of...
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir.
I want his
I've
haircut.
been a doctor, remember. And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing. and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All
That's...
gone.
It's kind of messed up.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
I didn't type that.
How did you get this job?
The fuck?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
That's concerning.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy
Yeah,
work, sir.
I don't...
All I have to do
I don't know,
is
I
watch a
didn't-
few bodies. The situation was
The hell?
different when the main morgue was still open.
Hi?
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
I don't know. It has a little yellow verification saying that it's my name. Like that it's my account. But I'm not typing this. What the hell?
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
That's one hell of a way to look at it. 1 minute.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Ch.
Yo, what the
No,
fuck?
Dr. Reed, I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die
What?
before losing our humanity, sir.
Alright, well, I was just messing around. That was me typing the entire time, if you couldn't, tell.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive.
Yeah, I was doing that. Sorry if I freaked you out a little. That was my plan, actually. I was trying to. I don't know. Are you okay?
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connell. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks. Maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold.
Thanks. Thanks for
My
worrying about me, I
diagnosis was
suppose.
wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I'm gonna watch Dr. Tippett's, because there should be something where I gotta spy on him, basically.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr.
Hey,
Reed.
there's 3 people
I've
on here.
recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
I could kill him. But I'd only get 500 XP for it, so I don't want it.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after you?
Shit, I didn't mean to click that
Nobody since
again.
the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling
Oh, there's 4.
inside.
Awesome.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Cool. Cool.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
The Goswicks came here in the first.
Here again.
Well, she's not even there. I'm trying to talk to the one lady that was... Oh, that's Sean Hampton. Ooh, there's a thing. There's a thing. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time? That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
God damn it, dude. Tippets, you son of a bitch. Come here.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
No.
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shift. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
Alright, what do I do? How can you be so irresponsible? You could be fired. This can't be a long-term solution. What one, guys? Could be fired?
It's only a matter of time before other people discover it. And it could cost you your job.
Usually I am a very cautious man, Dr. Reed. But I am not afraid to lose my position. I just want to continue to help as much as I can.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Okay, for one,
Dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I don't like you already.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
You're really not, though. You're talking to one. One that could easily kill you if I felt like it, you know?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Okay.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see.
For you are not.
Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
Guards of Brewin.
But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Pretty sure they're trying to keep an eye on me.
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
That sounds gross.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howard?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Ugh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
You want to have an age race? First one to die loses?
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be alive?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades.
I'm pretty sure you just have really good hearing.
Oxygen and blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
It's not how that works, but okay. Even though I can die like 8 times and come back.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean,
It's called respawning.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
Okay, stop it. That's
What do you
mean.
require? Proof of my powers?
I'm
Do it.
curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Turn into a bat. Prove it.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
The fact he's playing along is so weird. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Good evening, Mr. Albert.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Aww.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, It's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I mean, with your circumstance, with your predicament, it probably is. Let's talk to her.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
I wouldn't kill Pippa anyway. She's not doing anything wrong.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Okay, let's go.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sorry, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
He's not that bad. He's pretty cool. Like, he's
How do you feel, Mr.
actually like a really nice character. A really nice guy in the game. So,
Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. Then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
oh fuck that. That's all I gotta say to that. Like, I don't know, it just seems dumb. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do a thing. 1 minute, I'm just gonna pause this and get adjusted so I can play and be comfy. Because right now I'm having a weird time getting comfy. There we go. I'm good. Alright, let's get back to the game. Alright, let's do this.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Okay.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tension between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Oh, yeah, she's kind of weird.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
You're very short.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental. And unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Nice.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Good way to look at it.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Sounds like a good man. Also really dumb.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
The words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
That one's Aykroyd. You gotta meet 3 more people. I don't wanna.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Well, but it's the same thing.
Tell me about yourself, Mr.
In perspective,
I'm just
anyway.
a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Life in London. Okay. Personal question.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Harvey, come on, mate.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injuries, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My
Hiccups.
children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Damn.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Don't call them bleeders, man. Don't call them that. It's...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Alright, let's find... Ah, there's the... Oh wait, he's right here. This is Aykroyd.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Aykroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Aykroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Rude.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
If you have a
We'll get to that one last.
Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Awesome hair, a cool beard, a kick-ass jacket. There's a lot of stuff for you to envy, dude.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm
Waverly
for
Ackroyd.
experimental research?
What kind of fucking name is that shit?
Patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
You're making no bakes? What? Can you bring some in tomorrow?
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I trust your judgment. You will assume the consequences. It's a conservative. I don't know. I only want like 2 or 3. It's a conservative point of view.
That's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Yo, I love no bakes. Ooh, you know what? You know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna pause this. I know I'm in the middle of a live stream, but I want to make funnel cake. I fucking love funnel cake. Shit's amazing. Homemade. I was gonna make homemade pretzels, but then I remembered we don't have yeast. At least I don't think we do. We might. Homemade funnel cake. Cause I'll totally bring in funnel cake if we have the stuff for it. Just bring funnel cake into class.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna answer this text, and I am going to start the game because I think I found a funnel cake recipe. Yeah. But no, totally. I wanna bring food into class. I'll do my best not to eat it during first block or on the way to school.
We'll talk later.
Guess funnel cake. Unless my grandma has a recipe around the house, then I can easily, find some of it there or here. Alright, have I met everyone? I don't want to attack him. Have I met everyone? I'm missing two, huh? Oh, I know these two. They're this way. Move it.
I met him in New York.
Yeah, see, there's two more people I need to meet. They're not this way. Ooh, there they are. There's one anyway.
You're in 6th grade!
What I do? Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survive the trenches suffer from mussophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Alright, let's find this guy's friend. Yup. Alright, I wanna... The fuck? Okay, normally I'd have a... Hold up, let me... Oi, Newton Blight, come here!
Have you found Oswald?
Not yet, sir. I need more information first.
All right. What do you want to know?
about your friend.
Can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is... nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Oh, it's cool.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Fine, you know what?
It's locked.
The hell? Okay, you know what? Let's do the main quest. You know what? No, I'm gonna go see if I can make a cure for some of these people real fast. I wanna help out Mr. Cax. Anywho. Crap, I haven't opened that door yet. I need fatigue. I'm gonna talk to her later. I need fatigue and... I need 2 fatigues. Those are one of the easier things to make, so I can do that real fast. Okay. See if I can make fatigue. Wait, shit. Oh yeah, fatigue. Alright, let's find out what everyone has. Fatigue, fatigue. Oh, it's everyone. Okay. Yeah, let me run and distribute this to the people who need it. And I will be on my way. I'll start doing the missions properly. At this point, I'm just gaining, info and shit, so... Shit, did I do something wrong, or do I still need to... No, I don't need to be at my workbench anymore. Alright, cool. Oh. Oh. Here we go.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Sorry, I got distracted. I started playing with my cat.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
That's disturbing.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswell?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswell. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Don't you see how lucky you are? You're rich, you're in good health, and you have a loving mother. You're simply drowning in self-pity.
Leave me alone then, Doctor, and let me drown myself.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need.
He has an ostrich neck.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswell.
Yeah, I know I could talk to you, but I don't want to.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Rude.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I feel nothing. I have no weaknesses.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget it. Still fucking hurts. But I should cut me good.
Well, yeah. You're kind of a dick. But, you know, you're kind of cool. Kind of.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, Make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
You really won't be.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated alright, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude. I like that.
Yeah, leave Nurse Crane alone, you fucking creep.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
The police may be slow, but they will find you eventually.
Well, how come you didn't turn me in then? Nah, Doc. I figure you have something to hide so you can't ask the coppers for help.
Fuck.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Okay, people have been cured. I'm happy with that. Yep, they're healing. So if I were to go to sleep, it'll set, and they will be, healthy. And that will hopefully bump it up from, healthy to sanitary. The place isn't that bad either. Okay, sleep. I like the fact normally there's a stereotype vampires don't sleep. I like the fact this one kind of puts that one to rest. I don't know, it's weird, but I am gonna get, get better healing. Shadow Veil. What does Shadow Veil do? I can't read this shit. Oh, it makes me invisible. Kind of makes me invisible. Okay, let's get with coagulation, because this one is one of my favorites. Fuck, I don't have enough. Alright, well, I'll just go with autotography. Okay. Did I fix this? I fixed it. It went down. It's going up. Alright, went up pretty decent about. So if I kill the pillar, then the entire place will shut down. I don't want to kill him though. Swansea is really cool. See, it's healthy right now. I'm gonna shoot my grandma a text real fast, ask her if I can make funnel cake. Unless she's home, but I don't want to go and check. So one sec. I want to know if she has a recipe for this shit. One minute. I'm gonna pause real fast. Oh my god.
I want to speak of her. She's my cousin. She's one of my cousins. I don't
Okay. Alright, back to this. Let me deal with this. Sorry about that little break I took. I had to confiscate a toy. They were fighting over it, so I took it. They're not getting it back. I'll probably just toss it in the trash or some shit. Yeah, they can hear me, so I'm saying it. Okay. I know, right? Well, I mean, I don't... There's no one else here except for me and the 3 kids. So... I kind of had to deal with it that way. Yes, doctor? Don't you ever rest? Where's the morgue? I already did this.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep can be dangerous.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
You already did this. Alright, in the hospital, huh?
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in circumstances...
Blood temptation. I need to go somewhere else and kill off a few people. Can I go up to Whitechapel? I'm gonna try and leave this area. Yeah, everyone's clear, yo. Can I do that? Can I do that mission now? Can I go and help that dude out? It does not look like it. Okay. Let's track this. Alright, let's help her out, cause why not? What? I have to go upstairs? What? Hey, it's open. Cool. I thought I was tracking a mission. Whatever, I'll just explore. Ooh, there's a way in. Ooh, there's a chest. Cool. So what do you think of the live stream so far?
Oh my god!
Come in.
Guess what I got from Lego League?
What'd you get from Lego League? Cool.
We all got an award for participating. Participating. And look what
That too.
look what Kevin did to it. He carved my name into it.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
He tried his best.
It's Kevin. It's not gonna look good. He can't stop shaking.
He wrote my name.
Is
He
it?
wrote the date.
I would have done a
the
worse
front
job.
of it says,
Alright, get out.
Lego League.
That's cool. Okay.
I wanted to show you.
Yeah.
You could win one of these if you just sign up for Lego League. And Lego League is really fun. Teaches you about something called competition.
I know what you're talking about, dude. I did Lego League. Yeah, I hated it.
Why did you hate it? I loved it.
Couldn't do it anymore.
It made me.
Ooh, there's more things to deal with this way. Ooh. Wait, did it auto set me up for another mission or what? Am I still? All right, cool. I'm still with this one mission. So I'm just gonna Whitechapel streets, fan-fucking-tastic. Albert Palmer. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this off here. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a really fun one to do. I'm really liking doing Vampyr for like the 3rd or 4th time. I don't normally record 3 days in a row, so this was weird. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.